Hello comrades, this is Chatty here, and as you guys can tell by the title, inside today's video, I'm going to be going over why I want a live-action American Ultraman film, so let's get right into it. So if you guys don't know what Ultraman is, it is a show that aired 1966 to 1967 inside Japan, and from there have been many other Ultraman TV shows and films, and recently Netflix just acquired the rights to Ultraman, and they are actually making an animated Ultraman film. And one film that I've wanted to happen for a while is a live-action Ultraman film. I remember a couple years back, I actually saw a trailer for it, and I actually thought it was real for like a couple years, and it never ended up coming out. And that's something that I think could definitely be a pretty big possibility coming in the near future. And if you guys don't know what Ultraman is, like I said, it's a show that aired 1966 to 1967, and it is a pretty big part of pop culture over in Japan. I would go as far to say Ultraman is pretty much the equivalent of Superman in the US. That's probably how big he is. And I think with a decently big budget, around $200 million, and a director who has worked on films, you know, with big budgets around $100 to $200 million, this could easily be the biggest film of whatever year it comes out, and bring a lot more life to a fandom that already has, you know, a lot of people who like it. And it's going to make it even bigger inside the US. I think for this film, there could be possibly two possibilities that they can go with. Maybe go with Netflix, because Netflix, like I said, does own the rights to Ultraman. And Netflix in the past hasn't made the best adaptations, mainly Death Note, but most of the other Netflix films seem to be pretty good and pretty well made. So I think if Netflix pitches a big budget, like I said, probably around $200 million, this could overall be really good and probably be one of Netflix's biggest films. And I do feel like if it is released on Netflix, it could reach you know, a much more wider audience, because I feel like if it was released in theaters, it would probably make, you know, $300 to $500 million. And the reason for that being, you know, that is a lot of money, but compared to some other films with very similar to plots, it's not that much money. And the reason being for that is because why would people see a film of something that they don't even know whenever they could just go see the newest Marvel film? So I do feel like I said, if it did come out on Netflix, a lot more people would see it just because it's free. Although you have to pay for Netflix, most people in the US have Netflix, and the US is probably the most important moneymaker for these kind of films. But like I said, I do think it would make a lot of money, and I think inside foreign countries, especially Japan, this could easily make $1 billion. And if this does come out in theaters, like I said, it's not going to be as big as it could have been if it did come out on Netflix. This would be a film I would 100% want to see. This is probably one of my dream films, if you could call it that. And there have been some articles talking about how other people want this film to be made. And like I said, I think it's definitely a possibility, a very high possibility, that this could be made. And I would 100% want to see this. I will definitely be making videos in the future if there is news on an actual film happening. And I'll just be making videos on news and all different kinds of films. So definitely stay tuned for those and smash that subscribe button to become a Chroma today. Drop a like on this video and turn on the post notification bell. Make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts on Ultraman if you do know who he is, and comment down below what's your dream film, because in my personal opinion, like I said, this is probably my dream film, and I'm sure most of you guys watching this would want to see a film that chances are probably aren't going to happen. But like I said, I think this is definitely a high possibility that this could be happen, especially the fact that Netflix owns the rights to Ultraman. And like I said, if Netflix does decide to go through with making a live action Ultraman film, it could easily be Netflix's biggest film, and probably one of the biggest films of whatever year it comes out of. That's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is Teddy signing off. Peace out.